Grand Rising. Good afternoon. Good evening. What's going on, tribe? How y'all doing out here in the world? Just wanted to tap in with you guys, give you a little uh, update on 2020. What are some of the financial things we can achieve in this new year of the fiscal year? The new year officially will be in March. Can't have a new year in the dead of winter. Nothing can grow in winter. So a new beginning is when things become anew. The bees, the butterflies, when those things come about, that's the new year. But in the business world, uh, for so-called our people, we need to try to in this year come together a little more, create partnerships, and open businesses that way. Many of us like to go at it alone, um, which it's cool. You know, you're probably the only one in your family that had a dream about being successful, opening your own business, and many of your family members go to work, don't have many interests in being outside of the so-called employee realm. Many of you all are in that same boat, wonder how can you get out the employee realm and get into the business owner side of things. It's one step at a time. Actually, you got it better because you have an income coming in, but most of you waste your time uh, when you get off work. You go to the bar after you get off work. You go, got children that you're trying to take care of. Well, what's what I say? You need to take time for yourself. Because long as you're an employee, you can never achieve wealth. You may be get a good salary, but usually when people have a good salary, their lifestyle equals their salary. So you make $200,000 a year. I'm quite sure most of you drive so-called expensive cars, and you got a home that's probably paying a 15 or 30-year mortgage on $1,000 or $2,000 a month. Then you're wearing the latest clothes, Gucci, Louis, Prada, Balenciaga, all those brands. So you look wealthy. And who am I to knock you about uh, achieving those things that you think that's what life is about? But if we create partnerships, we can then create our own brands that equals or compared to those that we love currently. But what I say is let's make opportunities for ourselves, for our communities, so we can build and grow on a level that hasn't been achieved in a long while since Tulsa, Oklahoma, what they call Greenville. We haven't seen those likes since then. It's like black people fell asleep, so-called black people fell asleep after those towns we once owned and white people were jealous of. It's like we just fell in line after that. Like, well, it's no use in doing it again. What they're gonna come and destroy it, and so on and so forth. So we started defeating ourselves. But there's still plenty of opportunity. Still the same opportunity here out there for us to do a lot of things that we want to do. You can actually buy your own town. Did you know that? Did you know us as so-called black people can buy our own town, have our own police, our own sheriff, our own city council? Yeah, look it up. There's actually cities for sale. So that means we can actually run our own municipalities and things of that nature. But I think that's too far ahead for many of you. Many of you wouldn't know what to do. If we had our own town, you would still be looking for the white man to come in and save you if something went wrong in the town. That's what a lot of you so-called black people think. You think the white man's sugar is sweeter. You think his water's colder. And he'd tell you ours is actually better. But that's here or there. But what we need to do and try to do is compete. That's right, compete. We need. This is a video about solutions and how we're going to achieve solutions. All of us know the problem, and the solution is there as well. But we gotta want the solution. If you don't want the solution, then you're not gonna get the solution. So that's the key. We need more Tyler Perry's. The guy, even though I don't agree with a man wearing a dress, but a man that owns his own studio to make film, I do believe in that. And we need more of that to control our own entertainment. Then also, it's about time that we have our own company that will design cars, transportation, buses, rail system to transport our goods from east to west, airline, cargo. Those are things that there's room that we can also use as well. And setting up an entire system, alternative electricity, alternative energy. These are different fields that we need to also get involved in. And we're not just going to provide it for ourselves. We're going to provide it to the world as leaders. The so-called black man, he's a leader. The Moors, that's what we really are, Moors. Moors, if you look at the history, empire of the Moors, you will see that we are leaders. We had the land and all lands under our dominion before the so-called European or white man or the British man or the Jewish man. They were all under our leadership first. I know many of you think you are slaves, came out of slavery, and we come on ships to the Americas. No, that's not true. We were born here, been here, and we'll always be here. When dinosaurs were here, we were here. If you look up the camel started here in North America. Then it was transported to the Arabians. So we just got to get back to where we are the leaders of society, because you see, the European man is creating havoc in society, and it's only going to change until the so-called black man in America reclaim his position as the authority on all lands. That is the truth. And the way we have to do that, we have to become more educated, more knowledgeable, not educated through their institutions. Harvard, Yale, Stanford, those are their institutions to educate their children that we adopted to also educate our children under their system. But we have to educate our children under our system in order to be men and women, so-called really men, because physically a man is the difference. We can use our woman's intellect, but physically we're compatible with each other. Intellect, physicality, it's intertwined. Together, we're gods, man and woman, the so-called black man and woman. As many scriptures tell you that. But we also need to realize that this is a commerce society. Commerce runs the world. We have to learn how to do commerce properly. And how we're going to do commerce is by owning our own. And then those who want to do business with us, we'll do business with them. But we'll do it from an ownership standpoint. So we have to how to bring natural resources into a good or product. That means we take it from the raw material to a finished good. Those are things that nations do. If you go to any nation, they have raw materials that they sell to the world. What do the so-called black man have? What kind of raw materials do he distribute to the world without his white counterpart in America? What kind of place do we have? Can you tell me, anybody? I don't think we have any. Now you can say Africans, they produce, Nigeria in particular produce oil, petroleum as they call it, and other gold, diamond, silver. But what do the so-called American black man produce? Can't hear nothing. We don't produce nothing. We produce rappers. We produce basketball players. We produce football players. Some baseball players. In mass amounts. That's what we look up to. We produce entertainers, singers. Those are the people that we look up to as our leaders, or people who've made it, so to say. But as long as the court jesters are in charge, then us as a people, as a community, will always lose. We need people with know-how to lead the way. Those who can develop structures, those who can give us clean drinking water, those who can give us shelter, provide those things, like I said, from the raw material to the finished good. That's when we can begin to stand up as first-class people. Until then, I consider us second-class people. Yes, many of us have Mercedes, $1 million homes, Bugattis. But who gave us that? Did you earn that? Or did someone give it to you? I know many of you may disagree, but I task you, take a look around, and you tell me what industries do so-called black Americans control? None. We play second fiddle to everyone. We're in Hollywood. Jews distribute our movies. In NFL, NBA, the players' agents, most of them, the ownership, it's not reflective of those who play the game. But we provide the biggest entertainment in the world. Just think if we stopped all the entertainment in the world, our entertainment. So we no longer say we're going to do that. Tired of shucking and jiving. These Negroes don't dance no more. What you think they'll do? So when I say they, I mean those who don't think in a position that so-called blacks can work for themselves, produce for themselves, control their destiny. Because that's really what it's about. They don't believe we can control our own destiny. So I'm not going to hold you guys any longer. I just wanted to tap in for a minute to spill my thoughts. And I know I didn't get into any business particularly, but I gave me a little economics, a little social studies, things like that. So, like I'm going to tell you, like I always leave you, Ye are gods. Psalms 82:6. Peace to the gods.